2015ခုနှစ်မတ်လ28ရက်က အင်အား Richter scale 9.9 အဆင့်ရှိတဲ့ငလျင်လှုပ်ခတ်မှုတံကိုကြုံတွေ့ခဲ့ရတဲ့မြန်မာနိုင်ငံကိုနိုင်ငံတကာကကယ်ဆယ်ရေးအဖွဲ့တွေနဲ့ကယ်ဆယ်ရေးပစ္စည်းတွေကနေရအလိုက်ရောက်ရှိခဲ့ပါတယ်။အဲဒီလိုရောက်ရှိလာတဲ့နိုင်ငံတကာကကယ်ဆယ်ရေးအဖွဲ့တွေထဲမှာရုရှားနိုင်ငံကလည်းတနိုင်ငံအပါအဝင်ဖြစ်ပါတယ်။အဲ့တော့ငလျင်ဘေးဒဏ်သင့်ဒေသတွေမှာရုရှားကယ်ဆယ်ရေးအဖွဲ့ရဲ့ဆောင်ရွက်နေတဲ့ကယ်ဆယ်ရေးလုပ်ငန်းအခြေအနေတွေကိုသိရဖို့မြန်မာနိုင်ငံဆိုင်ရာရုရှားတန်အမတ်ကြီးကိုမေးမြန်းသွားမှာပါ။ Your Excellency, first of all, thank you for having us today.
Not at all, Yao-Min. The pleasure is all mine. Well, I would like to apologize to the viewers. I don't speak, unfortunately, Myanmar language that well, so as to use it during this interview. Therefore, we will conduct it in English, if you don't mind.
So as we all know that Myanmar has suffered the earthquake disaster on March 28 and Russia has sent the rescue team very rapidly. So we would like to know that how did Russia manage to send the rescue team and equipment very rapidly to Myanmar?
Well, thank you very much for this question. As you know, since early 2000s, Russia has had, and we are blessed to have it now, the Ministry for Emergency Situations. It's a very well equipped and very powerful agency conducting all sorts of rescue, relief, search and rescue operations throughout our country and through the entire world. Whenever there is an earthquake or any other natural calamity, this ministry is always ready to, extend a helping hand to our friends in need. On the 28th, we've been seeing off at the Naypyidaw military airfield our delegation who came here to participate in the commemoration of the 80th anniversary since the establishment of the Tamado and in the relevant parade. And after the first shock, we were lucky enough to manage to send them by their special aircraft to Moscow. And we had the chance to immediately inform our superiors in the Russian capital about what had happened and about our own personal impressions. I have also alerted the co-chair of the Myanmar-Russo Intergovernmental Commission on Trade and Economic Cooperation, our Minister for External Economic Relations, if we can put it this way, closer to the Myanmar titles, but in our case, his title is Minister for Economic Development, Mr. Reshetnikov, who was kind enough to immediately relay all the necessary information to President Putin. President Putin, with vivid memories of his recent summit in Moscow, in the Kremlin, with your leader, Senior General Prime Minister Min Aung Hlaing, immediately gave necessary instructions to the Minister for Emergency Situations of the Russian Federation. And therefore, we have received two aircrafts with about 100 personnel. These were primarily search and rescue specialists, experts in this field. And on the second day, when they went first with a stopover in Naypyidaw, went to Mandalay, the next day they have received the third aircraft already in Naypyidaw. All in all, we at that time had about 160 strong personnel in Myanmar. But additional two flights landed in Naypyidaw on the 1st of April, bringing about another serious contingent of Russian search and rescue experts. At this moment, as we speak, we have in the Mandalay area about 264 strong contingent, consisting of search and rescue, 13 heavy equipment machinery, about 7 search and rescue specially trained dogs who already managed to recover some of the, fortunately, in a good condition, Myanmar citizens who happened to be under the debris of the falling edifice. And we also have our medical personnel here. They have deployed a special aeromobile medical hospital in the vicinity of the stadium in Mandalay area. So they have got down to business of searching and rescuing whoever they might search. They might be able to search, to find, and to rescue. Well, that was quite a successful endeavor. The hospital has started receiving Myanmar patients with some success, should I say. On top of those 264 persons, we had a contingent of 10 doctors, 4 from the so-called Buddhist, it is rather predominantly Buddhist in their belief, Republic of Kalmykia of the Russian Federation, 2 surgeons and 2 traumatologists who went to Sagaing, next to Mandalay, at the invitation of Setagu Sayadaw, Dr. H.E.Mr.Iskander, your very well cleric and one of the experts in Theravada branch of Buddhism. We have been in close contact with him. He has taken care of those 4 gentlemen, and they are working already. Yesterday we have received 6 experts in the traumatology and surgery for children affected by various disasters and natural calamities. And they are now on their way to Naypyidaw. We will be there in the capital. We will be based on one of the hospitals there and will receive anyone, any children, any kid with serious problems in terms of, various wounds, dislocations, whatever may have happened to them, we will be prepared to treat them. We are going to have a special conversation with the Ministry of Health of the Republic of the Union of Myanmar, precisely with the purpose to determine the area of their activity. But once again, we will be based on one of your hospitals in Naypyidaw. What's the deployment of our forces at this moment? Yes, we are very much happy that we have been able to send the teams so rapidly, and I would say primarily the merit should come to our president, Mr. Putin. He immediately acted on the information he received about the natural calamity that struck our friends in Myanmar.
So, Your Excellency, in which specific areas in Myanmar are getting the assistance of the Russian rescue team, and how are they working there?
Well, this is Mandalay. We were requested first a different location, but since Mandalay is the most heavily affected place in Myanmar, we requested humbly to be given a chance to work there, and they were given the chance. They work hand in hand with other rescue teams. For instance, we know that the Chinese rescuers are now in the vicinity of the stadium, particularly they are based in the Mandalay Mingalar Hotel, and we are next door. So we closely cooperate with them, with the other rescue teams from other countries as well. This is a joint effort, and we are very much happy to contribute to that effort. Of course, we act not on our own, but at the direction and upon the special task given by your various agencies concerned. And we have had an excellent cooperation on the part of Myanmar agencies and Myanmar military and on the part of various Myanmar personnel.
So in your point of view, how will this collaboration of the rescue team of Myanmar and Russia will strengthen the diplomatic relation between Myanmar and Russia?
Well, this is a humanitarian endeavor, purely so. Of course, we are hopeful that it will add to the general, good state of relations between our two countries, nations and peoples. That's as far as I can go in answer to your question.
So we would also like to know the future plan of this rescue operation, or maybe beyond this.
Well, initially their assessment was that it will require at least about 10 to 12 days of hard work so as to rescue whoever might be still rescued. And the second phase should be some relief and rehabilitation efforts. And here the humanitarian aid comes into question, into the equation, of course, because we believe that we can deliver on flights, aboard the flights, which will be coming here to evacuate our rescue teams, some serious volume of humanitarian assistance for Myanmar. The question of what should be the composition of this humanitarian aid, what should be the volume, and what would be the transportation means is now being discussed in the Russian government.
So, Your Excellency, what message would you like to send to the people of Myanmar, especially to the family who has suffered the earthquake disaster?
Yes, it is very hard to get any message across to the bereaved families, but I would say so. Please believe in your own strength, in the stamina and perseverance of the entire Myanmar nation and all the ethnic groups of your country. Please believe in your government. Please believe in the international efforts, not only by Russia, but by all other countries, including international agencies, to help Myanmar rehabilitate from this calamity. We are quite confident that with its vast expertise and experience of overcoming various natural disasters, Myanmar will survive and will emerge even much stronger from this calamity. We are very much hopeful that the calamity will not alter in any way the plans announced by the Senior General Prime Minister Min Aung Hlaing to stage parliamentary elections late this year or very early next year. I believe that you can cope with all the necessary work, with any activity to first relief, to provide relief for families and for persons, to provide psychological solace for some affected, and especially severely affected. And also, we are quite sure that Myanmar has a good future, very bright one. Frankly speaking, to my mind, you are the best naturally endowed country in Southeast Asia. You have everything. You have agricultural land, you have farmers, you have long-standing experience in dealing with all sorts of agricultural tasks. You have an industrial base, you have infrastructure. You have to build on all that. For that, any friend of Myanmar will say, and I'm a friend of Myanmar, that you will need peace, tranquility, stability. That will propel you into the very serious ranks of, developed countries. If you will have an effort, if you will believe in yourself and in your authorities, in your leaders, and especially in the stamina, perseverance, and wisdom of your nation, then everything is possible. That's my short but rather lengthy, as it turns out to be, message to your viewers. And I thank you very much for this interview. If you have any other questions, I will be prepared to answer them.
Thank you so much. To conclude, Russia's support and help is widely acknowledged, and we very appreciate your help. And also thank you for your time and insight.
Well, not so much of an insight, frankly speaking. We are just dealing with an emergency situation, and we have to deal with it like this. Russia has had a vast experience in dealing with all sorts of natural calamities. Unfortunately for us, we have had this experience, this measure of experience, and the country is so huge that we have had at one point in time or another earthquakes, floods, landslides, you name it, we had it. Therefore, this experience and expertise in dealing with these disasters. We are quite ready to share this expertise with your authorities. We believe that international cooperation in that sphere would go a long way towards preparing Myanmar for any possible next calamity. Unfortunately, disasters will strike the earth, not only your country, but any other country, from time to time. No one is immune from natural disasters. Therefore, this experience and expertise might be quite helpful. And I thank you very much, Yao Ming, for this interview. Hope that the serious period of trouble for the Myanmar people will soon pass. And despite the fact that the government decided to stage Tinjan without dancing or singing this time around, nevertheless, I wish you a joyous, hopeful, and very merry Tinjan. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your time, Your Excellency.
Thank you. All the best. Bye-bye.